So as usual, it's the middle of the night. Not really. It's 10:30, but like I can't sleep. So I was just thinking like a try on haul slash life talk. All right, let's go. So I was just thinking about my relationships. If you can't hear this, I'm gonna die because I can't recreate. I swear, like people be filming videos like it's their job, so it makes sense. But like me, I'm like I get it out once and that's it. You won't hear it from me again, okay? So basically, this coat I got off of Amazon. Also, this is a nice home moment. Fun fact. My dad was doing my laundry in high school, and he was like, "Oh, this is a girl shirt because it's way too small to be for you." And I'm like, "Nope, it's me." Oh yeah, I'm wearing high-waisted pants, so like you can't tell, but like it's short as fuck. Like my belly button's like here, and like the shirt goes down to here. This jacket I got exclusive from Amazon. Ooh, she's fat. Um, Gotta suck it in and um, but yeah, this is a nice moment. I wore these pants, these shoes, a turtleneck, and this to my date that I went on like last night. And I was out dressing him and stealing my whole entire fantasy. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about dating. So there once was a little hoe named Nolan. So for me, this is probably not legally the best thing to talk about, but at the ripe young age of 15, I got an account on grindr.com. I'm just kidding, it's an app. Am I kidding about the 15 part? No. So, for those of you who don't know, just look it up. You'll see what it is. So, as a young gay, I loved. Oh, by the way, I was ugly at the time, so that was a whole fantasy. But, anyways, I just thought it was a personality trait to be a hoe. And, like, I just really leaned into that. So, when I started high school as a freshman, I was just like, I was way too much. But really though, like I was doing the most. I was like squatting and like being gross, being nasty, like doing everything just to like prove that I got dick, even though I was 14 years old and definitely did not and definitely shouldn't have. Um, so, I played around with that for a little time and when I was 16, the deed was finally done. I'm being a little bit cautious because I don't know when my roommates are gonna come back, but I'm pretty sure they're out partying, so I think it'll be fine. Oh, it'll be a nice fun game. Like if they walk in, I'll be like, "Oh, join in." Anyways, um, yeah, I was literally 16 years old. This is a skirt I bought, because I wanna, people mistake me for a girl, so like, why not just go there? I was 16. He was 28, and yeah, so that was my first time and my first kiss all at once. It was a time to be alive. Um, and yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, like literally, like I don't know who the fuck I thought I was. Acne, red hair, and I like my hair now because like I like kind of know what to do with it. But like back then, Tana Mojo, like she's like when I was six, when I was in high school, I looked like Michael Jackson, and like I don't know like who I looked like. I was just fucking butt ass ugly. Like us gingers really had no one going for us. So like that's honestly why like I'm living my ginger fantasy now. I'm like listen, no one else is gonna do it, so like I'm the one who has to. And also, yeah, I was just thinking earlier today. I was like, half of my legs aren't shaved, but like you're not gonna see that anyway because I film these on my motherfucking MacBook. Oh hi, Skinny Legend Who. You know what? I'm gonna try a different shirt with this. So then, you know, I was like, okay, I can get dick. Even though I'm ugly, like it can still happen for anyone, you know? And so I just really leaned into that for like probably a good solid year or so. It wasn't that often, but like I really just went for that one. Also, I love not being not having to care about being monetized because I have 3 subscribers and 2 of them are me, so you know, there's that. But yeah, like I really, it was just gross. And I don't know, I was at a time in my life where I really just thought that like getting dick was like a way to create stories. Like didn't go to parties because you like, you know, you had to like actually be social to be invited to those. But like a dick appointment, like anyone can get fucked. Like I don't know if you know, but like it's crazy. Like you can look like anything and still get it. So, and yeah, I've seen there was like a period of time where it was just like, yes, go girl, get it. And then I feel like people took a step back where we were just like, maybe that's unhealthy. And um yeah, definitely for me, I had that kind of realization that like it's not healthy uh, to yeah, just have sex for the story because like that's gross. My employment opportunities for the future out the window. Listen, it's YouTube or nothing, so like let's do this shit if we're gonna do it. No, but yeah, I really just went for that shit. And then when I was 17, I remember it was spring break. Uh, I dyed my hair blonde for the first time. I was honestly like feeling attractive for the first time, and I really feel like this was like a turning point in my life for the good. You know, it quickly like turned in the other direction real soon, but you know, we're not there yet. So I was 17 and I still hadn't gone on a date, which is like you do you if that happens to you, because like obviously I did it, but like I don't know about that. And then yeah, I went on my first date and it went really well. And I remember he stayed over the night and then we ended up dating for like 4 months. And yeah, so I feel like that's kind of when the like, you know, messing around kind of stopped, obviously, because yeah, I have a boyfriend. But yeah, and oh yeah, my try on haul. So this is the look. I was thinking of doing an entire week of dressing like a hoe on campus. Oh honey. Um, I feel like that would be a whole fantasy. There's lots of boys in my classes that I like, so you know, we'll see how that turns out. That would be a real like interesting one, you know, like see what happens, like see the reaction. um, oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I already talked about Street Boys. I don't have to talk about it. But yeah, this was around that same time when I was like blonde and beautiful, and I was talking to that boy from my chemistry class, and just got shut down. But it was okay because you know I had my like backup mans because like we weren't officially yet. But then I was like, okay, now it can happen because like I know this won't happen. All right, what else should I try on? We have this little moment. Um, so I started that relationship around spring break. so late March maybe. And then, so that lasted all the way through the summer of 2018 when I was a junior. But yeah, so I was 17 and he was 20. And here's some real tea, sis. Um, it was like about a week into us dating, and this is like a really bad sign that you like probably shouldn't be dating them. But like, I hadn't told him I was 17 yet. He still thought I was 18, and literally like when I was about to tell him, I was like low key praying. I was like, oh, okay, now he's gonna break up with me. Cool. Hi. Oh, I almost said his name. Nah, I won't do that to him. Anyways, um, but yeah, so that relationship, I don't know. So for me, like I low key still get hung up on that relationship for some reason. And, all of my friends are like, he ain't shit. Like, okay, so we broke up so I went on a trip to China in it was very like end of June and like the first week or so of August. And so we went on a date before that trip and he was going to Korea. He's Korean. And we went on a date like right before our trips, and then we both just like never talked to each other ever again. And then it felt like a mutual thing. Like we really on our dates just had like nothing to talk about, so it was just a weird relationship. But for some reason, like always the first relationship, I don't know if it's like this for everyone, but like it feels like nothing can compare to that because like especially for me, I didn't really have like that many like good friends growing up. So just having someone like be like your person, like if anything happens, like oh something funny happened in class, I'm gonna text them, or like oh like I'm free this one day this weekend, I want to hang out with you, like anything that would happen, like they would just like be your person, and that's not how all relationships are, but like for me, just having that was like crazy, because I had a best friend for the first time like about like 6 months earlier. So her and I at the very end of sophomore year and then all the way up until like December of junior year, like that was the first best friend that I had ever had where it was like that same thing where you just like text them all the time, you hang out all the time. And the reason that friendship ended was just because I felt like it was overbearing. But for him it was just like, oh, like we're together, like we're a unit, and it was just something very special. And yeah, like it's weird. Like sometimes I like still think about him, which is like shitty because like I've had relationships after him, and like that's not fair to them, but like that's I don't know, that's just how it is for me. Like a lot of my relationships are compared to the one with him. All right, back to clothes. What is this video? Am I even gonna upload this? Probably not. Um, this is like a schoolgirl hoe moment. Oh yeah, this is the sweater I used in middle school. It was a part of our uniform. So, like, hey guys. Ew, gross. Um, yeah, and then the reason why I'm pausing for a moment is that like I had a not full on mental breakdown. That's not fair because it's not like completely true, but like basically like I was like really going through it during the college application season. And you saw from my video, I was like, "Oh, like stop complaining," but like it was a hard time, and whether or not I could have like gotten out of that on my own, that mental state is, up for debate. But either way, it was a really rough time for me, and yeah, I didn't really date anyone, didn't like hook up with anyone. It was kind of just a time where it was just fucking rough. um, yeah, this video doesn't make any sense, but it's cool. Um, and then after that kind of, then I actually, maybe I'll talk about this in the video. I graduated a semester early, so I had my school. It was because I turned 18, and I don't think I was like legally obliged maybe to go to school anymore. So I was able to have my school transfer me from my high school to the City College of San Francisco. So I was able to like graduate a semester early, and I took the GED as my diploma, and that's how I graduated high school. But during that time, I was taking a lot of classes, but yeah, that's also in like kind of conflict with the idea that like to like not complain about a busy schedule, because like honestly I was still wasting a lot of my time. So, I don't know if I had taken less classes if that would have been easier or anything like that. But anyways, like that was still like a kind of hard time for me, but it wasn't nearly as bad as the college application season, because during that time I was taking 3 city college classes, and I was also like doing tutoring for my AP classes, which I didn't even end up taking the exams for, and like the SAT and everything, even though like I literally did worse on it. So I took the SAT in May or maybe June or something like that. And I got a 1410, and then I took it in December, like even like after like all this tutoring and shit, and I got a 1380. So that ain't shit. The tutors were kind of bad. This is about relationships. Um, I forget exactly when this happened, but I think it was actually pretty early. This was like a few weeks before I shaved my head, because I remember I shaved my head, and then he responded to my story about it. He was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No." And then I FaceTimed him in class, and he was like, but yeah, this is like a cute way to meet. Um, so I was visiting my high school that I graduated from. I was like visiting my friends. I think I was dropping something off as a gift for my friend, and then I was visiting my speech and debate teacher, and she's also an ESL teacher, and one of the kids in the class was like looking at me from the back of the classroom, and the stare was a little bit too long, and at that point I was like, hmm, interesting. And at this point, I was still blonde because I hadn't shaved my head yet. So I was still my blonde beauty self, and I was still on Grindr. I was 18. I can say that. And I saw him on it, and I was like, "Hey, are you in her class?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I like you." And I was like, "Ooh." So that happened for a month. I was just thinking, literally, who's gonna click on this video and be like, "Ooh." Anyways, no, I'm gonna be confident in myself, and hope that people would want to hear what I have to say. Um, so I that happened for about a month, and then I went on a trip to Hong Kong. I know, international icon. I paid for it with my own money, kind of. It's a long story. My flight got canceled, had to buy a new one. It's a whole thing. Um, anyways, that's kind of boring. It's just annoying. Anyways, he was, I don't know. So that relationship, I felt like we spent time together. Like I remember he would like maybe stay in my house like 3 nights like out of the week or something like that. 'Cause I don't think he like the place he lived. Like, it was like low key in the projects. It was a whole like whatever. He lived in the Tenderloin. If you're from San Francisco, you know what I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, like he lived in like a studio apartment like with both of his parents, and like so like I don't think he like the place he was at, so he often came to stay over at my place. Oh yeah, and also this, my parents didn't give a fuck. Like I would just bring my dick appointments over. They would be like, "Oh hi." Not exactly like that, but yeah, they would just be like, "Oh, does your friend want to ride?" um but yeah, he would just like come over to my place, and it was just like a really relaxing relationship, honestly. Like a lot of the um a lot of the time, yeah, like I would just be like doing my assignment, and he might be doing his assignment, or just he would be on his phone, something. It was just like a like nice cute relationship. And then yeah, I just kind of, so like the specific situation that happened, it like really wasn't even anything. Like I feel like I just was looking for an excuse to end it. But he was FaceTiming me because he was drunk and at like, and for me it was like hella late or something. It was probably like 4 in the morning. Um and I accidentally slept in and forgot to call out of work because I still I didn't tell my work that I was going on vacation because I wanted to use my sick hours. So I was just gonna like call out like the like night before or whatever. Um but I like slept in because I was FaceTiming him, which is such a stupid thing. Like I definitely like could have gotten around the situation. Like I think for our sick hours, like it has to be like within 3 days of before. So like, I could have been like, oh, like I'm just really really sick. Like I don't think I'll be able to come in like 2 days from now. So like it wasn't his fault whatsoever. But like I don't know. I was just like I texted him the next morning. I was just like I was mad. I was like, yo, I'm not your babysitter. Like I shouldn't have to FaceTime you and like have to like get you together when you're drunk. And he was like, okay, so it won't bother you again. And then we've never texted again. Oh yeah, so with Oliver, with Oliver, the first one, I guess we use the names now. Um, uh, so I texted him the other week and I was like, hey, like, I think it would be nice if we like reconnect and like catch up. And he didn't respond, and it's fine. Like, I don't know. I don't like being a petty bitch like all the time. I like joking about that. Like, bitch, it's on site. Like, I don't know. I'm just feel like I've grown out of that. Um, but yeah, so with the second one, um, we just never talked again, and I don't think, yeah, I think it maybe would be nice to catch up with him, but yeah, I just, I think it was just a nice, cute, small relationship, and that lasted like about a month for me. And then I'm just really spilling all my fucking tea. The third one, I need to try on more clothes. The third one, let's see how it looks with this. I I worked at the Exploratorium for 2 years, and a high school in the Bay Area was having their prom there, and my good friend Malia, yet again doing everything to my life. So she was like, oh, like the school is having their prom at the Exploratorium. Like, we should go. And she literally texted me the day of. She was just like, it was probably like noon. She was like, do you want to come to this prom tonight? It's at work. And I was like, well, I'm not dressed, so I'll probably like go an hour home, get changed, and then come back. And she was like, okay, meet you there. And then this does not look good. Um, and then so I met her there. I was looking sun-natched. It was the outfit in that first picture of me on Instagram when I was bald. Fun fact, I threw up all over that outfit. Oh my god. Oh, we'll get to that later. Um, so I can't think and dress at the same time. So I was going to this dance for the school that I didn't even go to, uh, just hosting, and I saw some boy on the dance floor, and I was like, oh, he looking kind of cute, and also he looks very gay, and it looks very bad at hiding that he's trying to look at me. So, so it was kind of throughout the night that like I was kind of dancing closer to him, and like, cause I feel like straight boys. Well, I'm clearly wrong because sometimes I think they want to fuck me, but it's literally just nothing. But I was like dancing closer to him, and he wasn't moving away, so I was like, okay, off to a good start. And yeah, so and then at some point we were like making eye contact for too long. That was just to be stuck. That was like just nothing, and he was like also smiling, so it wasn't like he was afraid of me. And uh yeah, so I was just like, I invited him over to dance. Like we were like on the dance floor. We were on the dance floor, and I like saw him, and I was like, And I literally I was like, come like this. I was like, come over, I like dance. And plot twist, bitch, he wasn't out at the time, so I kind of did a little misstep there. But yeah, so like we were like dancing together because like he seemed hella gay, so I was like, oh, this is perfect, whatever. And then he was like kind of uncomfortable, and I was like, okay, so we don't have to. Well, at first he was like dancing hella awkwardly. I was just like, let loose, like it's not that deep. And then like he was like so uncomfortable. I was like, okay, we don't have to dance on the dance floor then. And then I brought him to the side of the dance floor, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm not out yet. And I was like, oh, that's tough, sis. Um, and then we kissed. We exchanged numbers. I apologized profusely over text. I was like, I'm so sorry. Um, and that's kind of that on that, on how we met. And then, not to sound like a shallow bitch, but like, we met during the nighttime, and people look a little different in the daytime than they do at a nighttime thing, especially at a prom because they dress up. Yeah. And also he was like rich as shit and like he just didn't get it. Like he tried. He tried his very damn well best to, relate to me. But like he was an international student and like he was like, "Oh yeah, my parents are giving me like $240,000 for college because that's what it would cost like if I like took the full like 4 years like with his like fat ass tuition and whatever." And he was like, "Oh yeah, like and if I like oh, I'm filming a YouTube video, rude." I'm just kidding. Yeah. Hi, Eddie. No, live. You think I film videos live? Yeah, I was talking about stuff. 27 minutes deep. Hmm? Yeah. What do you think else I do when I'm bored in the middle of the night? Oh, the lighting was bad. Yeah, 'cause like it's more like diffuse. Like, damn, you don't get shit like this. Oh, anyways. Um, so yeah, he just was too rich for me, honey. Oh yeah, and that was the thing. So he was wearing a Gucci belt at the dance, and I was wearing Gucci shoes and an off-white belt, and like an outfit that was just like so matched the house down. So like he was just like, "Oh, rich bitch," and I was like, I'm irresponsible." So yeah, that didn't really work out. And then yeah, this video really is exposing me because all these people know me, and like literally only my friends watch these videos. But fuck it. So I had a summer Bufang. He was a Chinese international student, and it was great. And but he was only visiting for the summer. We knew that the whole time, but we kind of just tried to ignore it. And then, he had to leave, and I was staying at Berkeley. Um, and yeah, so that was like a good thing for the summer. And, like I still do miss him, but I don't want to put stock in something that I don't know if it'll work out. because I don't know if he's going to be coming back to Berkeley. And I think it also is important to be like realistic and know what you want, because like for me, like a high priority was like having like freedom in my freshman year. Like I really wanted to just like not go crazy, but like even though I did. But I really wanted to, have the ability to like form new relationships and like even new friendships. And, that's why I didn't want to stay so reliant like on my previous friendships. But I guess that also goes for relationships. Like it could be like, oh, like there's a chance that it'll like come back to America and then we can live happily ever after. But I think it's a lot more healthy in a way to be able to form new relationships. And then like, if he does come back and things work out, then things work out. And that's also good. And honey, my sugar daddy video, y'all ain't motherfucking ready. um let's just say I went on a little first date and got a little ring, and that's all there is to say on that. My lips are sealed. And then there's this new guy I went on a date with Monday night and a date with yesterday, and it's going really well. So I didn't try on any clothes. I tried on like 3 skirts. I didn't show you like half the shit. Here are all my clothes. Goodbye.